It is currently Monday, January 16th, 2012, and this is Day 9 Daily number 401. The first ever Virgin 400th Daily. We began that yesterday, and now we embark upon the very first daily in the series of 400s. Maybe I should start labeling them by seasons. Every 100 episodes is a new season, so ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Season 5 of the Day 9 Daily. Yes! And of course, what better way to begin Season 5 of the Day 9 Daily than to dick around? It is Funday Monday. I'm so excited to present to you the topic of today's Funday Monday. It is the following. You engage in a regular 1v1 ladder match. Seems good. Except you must then ask your opponent what 2 units you may not build for the entire game. The only restriction that he has is that they can't be workers and they have to start with a different letter. So he cannot say Marines and Marauders, but he could say Marines and Tanks, because M and T are 2 different letters. Thors and Tanks, no, he can only choose one of those. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, because this harkens back to the original goal of Funday Monday. Excuse me. The original goal of Funday Monday is, of course, for me to try not to die while I'm on air, but Funday Monday is the idea of imposing constraints upon ourselves so that we were forced to think of StarCraft 2 in a new way. We began by dailies such as the Mass Queen Funday Monday, the No Queen Funday Monday, the Carrier Rush Funday Monday, which, though induced some giggles, we got the chance to see some cool strategies develop. We're going to kind of return to that before I introduce next week's topic, where it's nothing but complete and total mayhem. Yes. In very exciting news, I wanted everyone to mark out the day February 7th on their calendars. February 7th. Why is that? Because I'm sure as many of you heard earlier on when I was mono-battling by being a mono-badass, that, my lungs are just really in the mood to inhale all my saliva today. On February 7th, as many of you heard announced, I will be doing a streamathon of Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, which is an action RPG thing that's coming out then. Got me a little bit excited because it reminds me quite a bit of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, one of my favorite games, and Guardian Heroes, another one of my favorite games. So I'm going to be doing a big streamathon for that on February 7th, but of course it will not be your ordinarily, watch me play, tune in, and I'll derp as I play. No, it will be several grades above that. More to come on that menu. Just wanted to inform you that you should have all those meetings scheduled so that way you can sit at work and watch the stream all day long and fantasize about being at home playing video games. Let's jump into the daily topic of the day. I'm going to be doing that quite regularly because I have been playing a game that causes me to scream a lot. Not necessarily Amnesia. That caused me to scream a good amount. No. I have been playing competitive with my friends. Worms. God, that game makes me scream. Come on! No! Homing missile! God, that game hurts so bad to play. And of course, since I'm seeing the chat nonstop, ever ceasing to talk about this, I grew a beard. Yeah, shaved Saturday morning. It is now Monday evening because I'm half man, half Sasquatch. And perhaps we should even vote on how I should shave this lovely beard tomorrow. Do you want a handlebar mustache? Do you want me to have just a stripe going down the middle? Do you want me to try to carve a Zerg symbol out of my face? As long as it's any of them except the last one, I'm happy to hear about it. Tweet me at Day9TV, and we can even make my face interactive. But now for that Funday Monday topic, which seems a little bit like something in the distant past that we may not remember very clearly. But fortunately, we have Brofert and his audio to help inform us. So here comes Brofert. He's going to say, "Can I ask you a favor?" And Bo Ziffer says, "Huh? Can you pick 2 units you don't want me to build?" Be very quiet. There we go. Only restrictions are they can't be probes. They have to start with different letters. What will Bo Ziffer do? Will he be a jerk and say Zealot Stalker? Or will he be more reasonable? No, he's going to be at least somewhat unreasonable and choose Stalker to eliminate Almost as unreasonable as choosing Stalker in a mono battle, Husky Starcraft, jerk. And the second unit is going to be Void Ray. Uh-oh. Now, as of course Idra would point out, that still leaves all the other units that Protoss could make, 100% of which are imbalanced. So, what does Day 9 do on his Funday Monday? He takes cheap shots against Code S players. Bam! Nailed it. Woo, baby! I showed him. Alright, gonna get it submitted. Only if you win. You got it, Brofert. Or if it's a good game. You double got it. Cybernetics Core coming up from Beaufort. He's going to go ahead and make a Zealot. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go Zealot, Sentry, Broziffer, or Boziffer. But of course, he's definitely my Broziffer. I would never deny it. He's going to be doing the usual gas. Spawning pool, maybe getting some Zergling speed and an expansion up. Ooh, all sorts of the goody goodness. And now all of a sudden, Brofert, who is also my bro, he's going to go scout Boziffer's bodacious base. An investigation of what could possibly be occurring. Now, looks like one of two things is happening. Boziffer either wants to get Mega Uber Fast +1 upgrades, thereby allowing him to get Fast +2 upgrades, thereby allowing him to do Baneling drops that kill probes in one hit. Or he's paranoid and thinks that it's possible to get a Dark Shrine up at the 5-minute mark. And just for the record, at the 5-minute mark, your Warp Gate research is a little over halfway done. Cool. Unless you're playing on the Korean server, in which case the Warp Gate upgrade finished about 30 seconds ago. Zing! Taking pot shots today. Well, it's not actually a pot shot, that's entirely true. On the Korean server, people are like, well, if an 11 gate is a faster Warp Gate than a 12 gate, what happens if I gateway on 10? And then all of a sudden there's a legendary player who figures out that 8 pylon, 8 Warp Gate, or excuse me, 8 pylon, 8 gateway, 12 Cybernetics Core, this actually gets you the statistically fastest possible Warp Gate research, finishing up at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, how many of you want to play PvP right now? How many of you want to go play a Protoss vs. Protoss? 8 pylon, 8 gate. I think you go gas 12. I think it's actually core 13. You don't build a second pylon. You can't afford it. You just mine up to 50 gas, you pull all the guys out. All the pylons are going to make are going to be in his base and in his face, along with his teeth, which will be all over the place. Kind of like a sort of scattered deck of cards. You're going to play 52 pickup, because apparently you're playing a game with a shark. Yes, 52 teeth. Anyways, cool, excellent tangent. There's one shark enthusiast who always tunes into Shark Week thinking, man, that joke had everything. Cool, our brodacious buddy. Going to be building up a little bit of a good old forge pylon. He's going to go ahead and leave his sentries at this ramp, kind of thinking, well, maybe this will allow me to, I don't know, contain at this choke. But in reality, these sentries are a little bit sitting duck-like. They'd be a little bit more comfortable back here, kind of hiding and cowering in fear. But that's okay. We know Brofert is not going to cower and hide. He's a bro. He's sitting up there at the front of his base with 3 collars popped cool, with 10 Livestrong bracelets, ready to flex his way in a game of beer pong before he goes and plays volleyball in a pair of plaid shirts. Can you get more broy? Can you get more broy? He's a dude, bro. He's a bro, dog. Dude, dog, bro. Boziffer gonna go ahead and build some roaches. Excellent, cool. Getting the +2 upgrade, looking a little bit dangerous. Could be a little bit problematic. He's getting very fast speed. He's getting the 3rd base up a little bit later than you ordinarily would anticipate, but I like what Brofert's doing. He's going for a kind of usual mix with the sort of Zealot Sentry, but since he can't make Stalkers, where will a lot of his gas go? Well, you know what? He's going to make it go into this double Robo production. Oh, now this is potentially interesting. He's throwing down some force fields, but to get all edumacational for a moment, this is quite clever. This is another way of being extremely aggressive with some early Colossi. I think he might be a little bit too high on the gateways. 4 to 5 seems reasonable. Obviously, you run into trouble if your opponent builds any air units at all. However, if you have a good enough read, say for instance, if you're playing a game and you get hallucination, spot his base, see what's up, see no spires coming, and plop down immediately this double Colossus production. Two things happen. One, Zerg has a lot of trouble, and two, you're playing the exact style that was very, very popular at the end of the beta and at the early stage of StarCraft 2. It's been abandoned in favor of more of the aggressive airplay, Blinkstalker Sentry, eventual Colossus, but still more focused on the Stalker Force. Why am I trying to explain shit? Why are we trying to learn? Generally, that's the theme of the daily, but it's Monday. I'm done. I'm done with that. I don't want to give history lessons. Look at these force fields. Go, Brofert. Do it. Yeah, right on. Yeah, all right. Oh, roaches. Try to broach the high ground with a high frown. Oh, getting trapped. Zealot Sentry, so good against roaches because a Zealot actually does beat a roach in a one-on-one if no one is moving. I just saw a line in chat that I loved. It's Funday Monday, stop learning me. You got it, Hollow. No more learning will happen, forgive me. Broford, being a total brodacious badass, gonna valiantly storm forward, picking off all the overlords that are sort of laid out at the front door, much like Halloween candy. And Bo Ziffer made the fundamental Halloween mistake of leaving a bowl outside the front door that just says, "Don't ring the doorbell, take one, please." And as you can tell, Broford does the only logical choice of absolutely demolishing the bowl of overlords at the door. He may as well just take the bowl with him. And I know you did that on Halloween because I did and everyone else I did that as well. It was seriously like finding a treasure map that said, "Look directly in front of you for treasure." And you went, "Yar." Yar. Take all the things. And as you can tell, the composition of adding in 2 immortals will definitely help against those larvae. And they're, a little bit of an issue. There are some mutalisks popping up, but Bo Ziffer says later, which gives Broford a little bit of surprise, but as it turns out, Bo Ziffer is nothing more than a well-mannered dude saying, "Hey, later," as though Broford is his friend, and I encourage you to be more Bo Ziffer-like. When you say GG, don't just get GG and leave the game. Say, "Hey, bro, buddy, friend, intimate relationship other. Have yourself a good day. I'm out the door." And this is why I love the StarCraft 2 community. There's many reasons why, but of course it is the fact that people know that winning and losing all part of the game, and it's important not to be a dick. So whatever you do, follow the rule of Will Wheaton, do not be a dick, and have some fun. Now, let's talk about another reason why I love Funday Monday, and why I love the StarCraft 2 community. There is no player too good to misunderstand what StarCraft 2 is about. Having fun, so let's take a look at one of my favorite Zerg players, Vile Spanishiwa. Yes, so good. Vile Spanishiwa doing Funday Monday. Why? Because Vile Spanishiwa likes having fun. Oh, I'm scared to crack it that hard in the other direction. Oh my god, that was satisfying. Wow. I actually just need to sit back for a moment. That was incredible. I felt that in my hip. Alright. Let's look at this game of Spanishiwa, shall we? Spanishiwa, pick 2 units to ban. Can't be drones, queens, overlords, or larvae. Oh, you clever little man. In his college dorm room with a smirk. Zergling Baneling. Ugh. That ain't gonna be so easy, but it looks like, look at this, yes, I got Zerg too. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. If your opponent is choosing Zerglings and Banelings, you're either Zerg or Terran or Protoss, so Spanishiwa just guessed one of those. So now Spanishiwa, continuing to build up himself an armada of drones. Pool no gas, because now all of a sudden we're faced again with this problem. We can't make Zerglings, we can't make Banelings. What's the only reasonable thing for us to begin with? Roaches. Okay, cool. Do we want to be aggressive with roaches? Defensive with roaches? Do we want to be going for Mutalisks at any point in time? I'm feeling like Mutalisks are out of the equation because we have to devote so much gas to roach defense early on. Probably going to be a roach-based mid-game. Probably into Infestors. But I would not mind a roast beef-based mid-game, which is what my mouth wanted to say for some reason. I don't know why. It might be because I'm fat. Okay, cool. Mass roasts. I'm going mass roasts, beefs. Interestingly, when you do this kind of Roach Warren opening, or I guess I should say, if you're not going to be building Zerglings early on, you might think to yourself, damn, shenaniganry. I can't build any early Ling defense. But in actuality, you don't really need that many Zerglings early. I mean, if our opponent is even going for anything remotely that involves an expansion, we're going to be more than okay. And as long as you pull your queen to the inner cloister, you're in good shape. Alright, Mr. Swanwishiwa, I think very smartly devoting to a creep tumor instead of to additional larvae. Well, I guess that's because he straight off built another queen. Like a boss. God, my voice is drying out. I shouldn't scream so much. Homing missile! Napalm grenade, why are you going in the wrong direction? Alright, cool. Let's talk about Z-Gas right now. Opening up roaches. Well, I guess I would say opening up with a Roach Warren, but not building anything out of it. I think making a couple of Speed Zerglings would have been wise. He knows our opponent. He knows the opponent is going for roaches. So Speed Zerglings would help deal with a counterattack quite well. Or Speed Zerglings would help threaten the counterattack quite well. But it looks like Z-Gas is basically saying, I'm expanding first. I'll build roaches when I damn well please. And more importantly, I'll build roaches whenever I need to defend. Infestator. Cool, and then we'll likely end up investing in the Glial Reconstitution upgrade. Now, interesting to note, if you come over to the Spanishiwa cam, he has but a single geyser. But a single geyser is done right now. This is geyser number 2. We also see 4 queens. Huh. And a Nidus network before the 8-minute mark. Huh. 2 more queens now in production. We're about to see something that we do not ordinarily see before. Or that we do not ordinarily see in the sort of common threads of Zerg versus Zerg. I'm going to wander over with my Overlord, but you can pop that into an Overseer if you so desire. More queens continuing to be made. Seems a little bit unusual. We only have some roaches. Our opponent has, been spotting the whole map. See, look at this. Look, he has vision. He has a Disa Watchatower. Doesn't have this one, but he has this Overlord. Ooh, he's got some good spotters up here in the front, extending his creep forward, but oh no! Bump, bump, bump! What is in that Nidus worm? Roaches and queens. Oh, there they are, puking themselves out. Oh. Look at all the energy. And look at that! Look at this! Oh! Uh-oh. Now, this is actually a question I have in general. Can you transfuse a structure that's building? Can you do that? And I think the fact that I'm stopping to wonder, it looks like no. But I think that stopping to ask about that completely killed the dramatic tension of the Nidus worm. I think I really ruined it. Wow. Huh. That's like making love to your true love, and in the middle stopping and saying, hey, do we need to get a gallon of milk? I don't want to wake up tomorrow and have just Cheerios with no milk. And I think stopping to wonder that would kind of have the similar effect to asking that question with the Nidus worm. Feels like it. Feels like it. Certainly feels that way. This is an overlay, which is not what I want to show. Let's go ahead and go to the game. Excellent. Drama going on. Oh, I'm going to select the units of Spanishiwa, transfusing it, and, missing it, and, and missing it, and, come on, and transfusing, double transfuse. Oh, no, the transfuse blues for gas. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we call this creativity. We also call this bear mauling. Oh, spine crawlers in the base. Spine crawlers in your base. Not losing any life. Look at the units lost tab. Holy double butt shit. He lost a lot of units. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. All right, literally the first thing's lost. All right, look at that. Oh, we see some transfusion going on. Oh, he lost a little bit. He's not. He's not. Look at the units lost. Look at the units lost. That is sexy. We're going to be going on to part number 2 of Day 9 Daily number 400, and in just a moment. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere. It's 2 to 3 minute break, and then it's time, baby. Ba-dum-bum-ba-ba.